Welcome back to day 29 of the B Movie Challenge. I got 5 films in yesterday, so let me go through it. Finished up this Full Moon Voodoo Death set with the horrible Dr. Bones. It's terrible. The worst of the 3. I think Ooga Booga is probably the best of this. If that's not saying much, but yeah, I mean they're just all cheap, really Charles Band ripoffs of Child's Play, and the last one is just Horrible Dr. Bones is basically just an excuse to have a bunch of hip hop wannabes do these musical little numbers. And it's basically this guy here he's a record producer, and he controls these hip hop groups they're really, to me, want to be hip hop groups, but terrible. 2 out of 10. Then I watched the epic, classic, much underrated Zombie Lake. Did a full review of this, so I'm not going to talk anymore about it, but I enjoyed the hell out of this. It's so bad, it's so good. Yeah. Anyway, I did a 12, 15 minute detailed discussion on it, so I'm not going to go through it now. Next up is a interesting film, Death Machines. Kind of a 70s martial arts film about these martial artists that have been injected by this lady, Chinese lady. She's kind of an overlord. They're assassins, and these injections give them these superpowers. They're possessed. Pretty entertaining. It's not as action oriented as you think. It's more of just a series of assassination plots, and then it is a martial art. I mean, you don't go into this thinking it's like a Bruce Lee film, because it's not. It's just a silly, crazy 70s assassination film. It's got a number of special features, audio commentary, things like that. The transfer, as always with Vinegar Syndrome, is excellent. I wasn't in love with this, but I really enjoyed it. I'd give it a 5, 6 out of 10. It's got 2 different types of disc artwork there for the DVD and the Blu-ray. And then the alternate artwork there. Yeah, pretty entertaining movie. And then I watched probably just my favorite Paul Naschy film. One of my favorites. Hunchback of the Morgue. 1973. This is really an entertaining movie. And it's funny, of all the classic horror characters, the poor old Hunchback, really, other than the characterizations directly related to the Victor Hugo novel, the Lon Chaney Sr. Hunchback movie, the Charles Laughton movie, which I think is the superior version. There's just not a whole lot of spin-off movies featuring the Hunchback like you get with Dracula, Frankenstein, or Wolfman. And that's a shame, because he's kind of an interesting character, and I really appreciate the fact that Paul Naschy took the time and effort to dedicate a movie to the Hunchback, because he just doesn't get as much love as he deserves. He's a great character. The only problem I have with this movie is, other than his hump back, he's not really. I mean, it looks like Paul Naschy. It's Paul Naschy with a hump on his back. I mean, they didn't make any effort to make him look ugly. They could have done some work on the special makeup. I think would have been really helpful. But other than that, it's a crazy gothic romp that harkens back to the old Hammer films. You've got the crazy subplot where the doctor that is getting Paul Naschy to rob these morgue for corpses and body parts has created this monstrous creature he keeps locked up in a cell, kind of like with the brain that wouldn't die. Yeah, it's one of those deals. And at the end, they have this big battle. It's a fun movie. Fun movie. So I give that a 7, 8 out of 10. And then I finished the day with just a wild Italian film from Joe D'Amato, and that is Beyond the Darkness. This is the 88 film's release. This thing has it all. I mean, this is Italian sleaze at its best. It's got necrophilia. It's got mother-son sort of stuff going on almost. I mean, it's a very strange movie. You got cannibalism in this thing. Oodles of gore. So this older woman, who's not really the guy's mother, but she's old enough to be his mother, and this guy, basically, they live together, and they're killing off people left and right. They're just insane, cannibalistic psychopaths, and they've got this kind of this strange bond between each other that keeps them together. But they proceed to kill all these different killings and cut up the bodies and burn them and things like that. And there's just this interesting codependency that's going on, interplay between the two characters. That's fascinating, but it's a very sleazy Joe D'Amato film. Very entertaining. This 88 films release is an excellent release, as is all the 88 films release. There's a liner notes booklet, which I haven't gone through yet. It's probably 5-6 pages. And then there's a full feature-length documentary on Joe D'Amato that I will check out sometime in the future here. But yeah, I highly recommend this release if you haven't got it. All right, that will wrap up day 29. I got one more day to go. Thanks for watching.